braiding my hair because last week I had locks, but I didn't pre-soak the hair, so that mug was having my scalp on fire. So I'm gonna braid my hair. You guys know, prepping for vacation, so it's already the black girl get ready one-on-one. So I don't really have to do anything to prep for vacation. I did break a nail, but I probably am just going to wait until, because I literally just got my nails done and I don't feel like going to the nail shop one day after work, and it's my thumb, so I'm not all that worried about it. It literally is just there for the space bar. If it was like one of my fingers where I type, then I would, just because it gets annoying when that finger touches all the way down and my other nails are tic-tacking on it. And I'll get my nails done the day before we leave. My wax have already done, so I'm Gucci there. My hair will be done tonight because I'm gonna put a scarf on it and do it in a minute. So my mom is outside waiting for me. She's always very punctual. She tells me she's gonna be here at the time she's gonna be here. So she never comes inside anymore. I don't think she likes my house, but most of the time we're going to work anyway. So she is in town I think for the next 2 weeks, hopefully. Because I be missing my mama. Like, granted, like I only see her like if we go somewhere or do something, but like I miss being able to call her and know she's at home. Like, I don't know, it's something weird. Like, I think the whole time she's gone, I'm always worried something's gonna happen, and because she's flying so much, I'm always like, oh my God, you know, you just hit that. I don't know, maybe I'm just too close to my mom. I don't know if there's such thing as too close to your parents. I don't know. But like, I just love my mama, and I like when she's home. When I had a car, I would go to my mama's house every night, but now that we share one car, just because she's usually gone, she's usually in on Friday nights, out Monday morning. So for the last couple weeks, she's been gone at 4:30 in the morning. Like, I drop her off at the airport, and I come back home, go to sleep, wake up. I woke up this morning and got dressed with Kennedy. So I'm up and ready, toothbrush, face wash. I'm not wearing any makeup today because I had chocolate. So yeah. So I didn't get the whole row done, which I'm kind of sad about. So if you guys can see, it's like uneven here. What is up, peeps? Happy Monday. It's Monday. What am I doing? I'm at work. My hair is kind of cutely tied up, but you can see some of my braids out. I'll finish when I get home. Since I get home at like 5:30, it probably won't take enough time because I was getting through these. So just turn on something on TV on the iPad and do it. I'm currently editing the vlog. Who's trying to call me? Hold on, I don't know who was trying to call me. It seems like a scam because I don't verify my social or my date of birth. Nope. You can call me or I can call you, but if I've gotten anything, I've called people. So I hate calls like that. So, and then they just hung up when I was like, I'm not gonna verify. They're like, we have sent everything, and they just hung up. I'm like, that's very unprofessional. So I know you're not legit. So, and you can't tell me who you're calling about, just the company you're calling for. Like, because usually it's like, if a collection company calls, it's like they're calling for the collection and it was sent by so-and-so. So I'm like, all right. But we are, what am I doing? I'm editing the vlog. I've done all my busy work. I'm gonna get some posts scheduled for this week, and of course the next 2 weeks while I'm gone. So yeah, well, probably for the whole month. I need to get all that scheduled this week, so those can just go up as needed. We have a Halloween door contest that we're gonna do that I'm gonna schedule that post for tomorrow, because I don't think there's any great like holidays and cool things for tomorrow, so that'd be nice. Post was made on our community rewards. I'll post onto our Instagram. Doors are also being, we're posting those to our door as well for our Halloween contest. So got a lot going on. I had to charge a move out, waiting for the other move out to turn in their keys. They have until today to turn in their keys, so I can't do the deposit and accounting until that point. I do need to do POs because I didn't realize it's all after 1 o'clock already. Don't know where the day went, so that is. What else? What else am I doing? think that's it today. POs, budget notes are done. Petty cash is done till I can submit it. I can't submit petty cash. I'll do it next week before I leave. I'll submit petty cash. So then the check will come to the office. Oh, but then they can't cash it, so dang it. Sad face. But there's money. There's enough cash and petty cash in there, but I will submit. I'll submit petty cash next week. I'll do that next Monday so I can take the receipts to corporate so then they can send a check and then I can cash it when I get back on the 24th because our prize winner will be announced on Halloween, all that good jazz, and I'll have money for that. Okay, boom, got that. See, this is the day. This is how the day goes. So I think that's it. Very, very calm day. My listener is currently on a tour. And we're getting everything done. The queue's clean. Tomorrow starts, of course, late rent. So then that will leave my assistant to collect all that money. So most of the time, most people set up on auto pay, which is great. So that's all I'm checking in. I don't have probably really anything else for you guys. You already know, if you've been following the vlogs for a long time, this time of year is very slow. There's nothing really to show you guys, unlike during the fall months. Not the fall, during the summer months where it's like move outs, move ins, chaos. You know, it's a little more entertaining to watch about me being at work. So, because there's more to go on. But if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you want to see something in depth in a vlog that you've seen in a past vlog, but I didn't go in depth about it, definitely I have no problem. Especially this time of year, it's super easy because I really truly come to work and do barely anything. I literally stretch out work. I find busy work. I start getting ready for wait lists. But this property is so great, and the teams that have been on this property year after year for the last 4 years, it's been me and different team members. It's really good at running itself and leasing itself, and then personality wise, it further makes the job like it is. This is probably an easy property of anybody coming in. Everything's kind of has a system and a way of doing everything, so you don't have to work as hard because I'm all about working smarter, not harder. So this is a property where you don't have to quiet quit. You ain't gotta do nothing. We just make it easy and don't put more on that each person than they can bear. We kind of separate and share the workload and get it all done. I can't hold my phone like that. It's gonna shake a lot. So I'll probably catch up with you guys either when I'm at home or if something happens, I'll do it. But I had one walkout today, and that was really clean, which you guys have seen, clean walkouts. So I didn't think to show it. And they turned in keys a couple weeks ago. So yeah, but we have nothing else for the time being. So I'll check in with you guys a little later.
It may not be Tuesday. It's like 6:15 in the morning. I've been getting up early, technically on time to be out the door for work. Cause usually I just kind of roll out of bed and I'm magically on time for work. Don't know how, but I am. But I'm currently up on purpose because I've been waking up with Kennedy. She gets up at about like 6:30, 6:40. And we get ready every morning. I still need to finish like just this small section of my hair and then I am done. So I'm gonna do that this morning while I get ready for Kennedy. I'm gonna sacrifice no makeup this morning. But then we'll wake up, we'll wear makeup tomorrow. And when I get to work today, I have to, what I need to do, probably call Spectrum, because I don't know if they call Kayla back and we got that issue rectified. So I will text Kayla this morning, here in like an hour or so, and be like, hey, did Spectrum call you back? And then when I get to work, of course, I'll have a confirmation if she doesn't text me back, because she is getting kids ready for school and all that. So, you know, sometimes, you know, your phone is not the priority in the morning when you're trying to get everybody out the door on time. For me, it's just me. So, I'll find out, because Spectrum ended up coming out last night. Well, not last night, but yesterday afternoon for our camera system was having issues. Like, it was still recording everything, which was great, but we couldn't access them on the property level. So I was like, I need to see my cameras. I need to be able to see what's going on my property. So walking the property has been my thing, but it's been pretty outside. So you should be walking your property, period. But it's nice to just turn around, see the cameras, know that they're moving, see what's going on, and go about my day. But when he fixed whatever he fixed, he knocked our stuff offline. And our entire freaking job is internet based. We can't use the phones, we can't use the internet. Our TV, of course, is knocked off, and on the TV, we usually have like HD playing or something. During the summer, I just hook up so a slideshow plays so people can see pictures on Saturdays. And our package system is on the iPad, which is on Wi-Fi because we turned the actual service off on the iPads. But we use our iPad because we don't have the Alexa system. Although I don't know her actual title. I think she's the VP. She's my regional when I very first started, but now she's the VP. So kudos to her for promotions. She asked about the system, and I was like, fuck yeah, if I get that bitch, I would be super excited. Yes, I would absolutely love, but some of the companies don't actually use the system. So that's the problem. Most of them just come in, drop the packages, and leave it for the office staff. So either way, we're still gonna end up doing the stupid thing. So I don't know. It's like a win-lose situation, kind of. Like you get the system, it's great because then you don't change the code so often, but at the same time you have to stand there and do them one at a time. Because I only used it once when we owned, what did we own? Well, we didn't own it. We managed Woodward Lofts. They have the system. They have like the package system, and you had to scan it, put the package in there, scan it, put the package in there. Because there's no way like you could scan all the packages and then put them all in there. Either way, you can only do one at a time versus being able to be like having just like USPS and just like scanning all of them at one time and just it registering everything it needed to. So maybe there's a way, and because I only used it once, I didn't find the shortcut because we know I'm gonna work smarter, not harder. So yeah. But I say all that to say, when I get to work, hopefully I have internet, because we can't sit there without internet all day. Like we literally can't do our job without internet because our entire system is on the computer. Our phones do not work at all. So I did that once. I sat there all day waiting for Spectrum to turn the service back on because we had issues. And I was like, I'm not sitting here a full work day. I think it came on like the last hour of the day. And then I got there on a Saturday and the system was back offline. And I was just like, bro, I literally waited 8 hours. At 5 o'clock, y'all turned the system back on. Got all my work done for that day, like cleaned the queue, got my emails caught up, and sent out emails to leases and stuff to all the residents within an hour. This is how your girl be on her job. I'm not gonna lie. It don't take very long to do most of our job. But like, when you have to do all that in an hour and get it done, because a lot of people, they had like renewal deadlines and things like that. You get all that done and then you walk in on Saturday and same issue. You just like, bruh. I was like, no, I'm going home. I just texted my regional. I said, I'm going home. I'm not doing this. Like I sat here all day yesterday and waited. And I took my computer and used my personal hotspot. I was like, bro, y'all not paying for my damn phone bill? I love y'all. Y'all pay me quite well for me, but y'all not paying for the cell phone bill and this hotspot. Say no. This is part of y'all bill. So, which I probably definitely could have put like a portion of my bill in petty cash or whatever, or talk to them about doing it first, not just doing it. Make sure you ask questions first. CYA, and they probably would have been like, yeah, here's $30. But at the same time, I was just like, it wasn't that deep at the same time. Like, it was just like, again, I'm going to be, the job got to get done by any means necessary. Okay? Because what I will not be is behind on my work. we don't play them games, baby. I have a to-do list. We need to get it done every day and every week. I do not have time to be behind. So yesterday, with the internet being down, I missed a Zoom call for our new system. So I was like, great. And then I also am behind because I couldn't get POs done because couldn't get into our system. So it's like, there's going to be a shit ton of them. And I needed to email and speak to one of our vendors to see if they get their issue rectified so that I can get them paid, so they can get the hell off my PO fucking checklist. I'm just like, ah. So I'm patiently waiting for people to do their job. So I should be able to do my hair. It's 6:20. Kennedy's going to call here like 10-20 minutes. But I should be able to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 braids done here in about an hour, 2 hours. Because I was getting through these last night. It didn't take too long. Happy Tuesday. We are at work. It is 4:22. It's almost time to go home. It's almost time to go home. It's almost time to go home. I'm super excited. But it's almost time to go home. I just posted to our Instagram because I need to post a story, and I forgot to schedule all the posts out, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll do the entire month because, or I could do it on the train. That's something to do for 10 hours, but I don't want to do work-related shit, like, at all. At all. Because technically, I'm on vacation, but because I'm traveling, it's like, that'd be something nice to do. I'll end up probably sleeping. I'll go to sleep immediately. So I'll do our post I was gonna do just due to the 24th, but I'm back on the 24th, and I'll probably spend my day. I have a really great team, so I don't anticipate spending my entire day, but a good portion of my day getting caught up with what happened the last week. While I was gone, you guys already know it's time to prep. I prepped the week ahead of time, so I have this full week and then 3 days next week to prep, and I'm prepping to be gone, 1, as the PM, first time. 2, my maintenance supervisor is also leaving and will be gone, and then we'll be processing the replacement for him, and then yeah, that's my top 3. I'm the PM and I'm leaving. My maintenance supervisor's leaving, and I'm leaving for a week and a half. But I have a really great team. They're always on their P's and Q's, so I don't have to worry about it. But my boss, because we took over a new management for a new property, they'll be down here. So my goal is to keep corporate as far away from my property as possible, unless they are spending money. Okay, that's my goal. If corporate's not on your property, baby, you are doing something right. Okay, if corporate sets up shop and their office isn't on your property, get them off. Send them to somebody else. That's always my thing. You don't need to be here. So I always feel like if corporate has to sit at your property, they watching for something to slip. Like they waiting for the shoe to drop, and you didn't show them that you about to drop a shoe. So we try to keep corporate from down here. Plus, this being one of like the first properties, this is the baby. Okay. So I want to make sure, one, I'm taking care of it. It's been taken care of for 40-something years, so I am now the current successor to make sure it continues to be taken care of. So I'm always on my team about making sure it looks pretty and everything else. Make sure the residents are happy. Happy residents, happy office staff, happy corporate. But, you know, I have my journal here of some things that I need to get out the way, but because it is really quiet here, I'm just like, everything on here I can split out for the next week. Well, not for the next week, but the next couple days till Friday, so that can all get done by Friday. But I just kind of drag it out. All my PM work is done as far as like that stuff, so I have really nothing. Deposit and counting I do need to do tomorrow, absolutely, but I don't have the forwarding address for the resident because they're going through some shit. So they're like, I should have a permanent place or somewhere to send the check to. I was like, okay, because you're getting the money back, so where you want me to send it?
I was like, it could be a P.O. box, it could be anything. It could be your grandmama's house, whoever. Just give me an address. Because I hate having to go back in and update the address now. We're going to do it right the first time. So, I should ask for it when I sign notice to vacate, but 9 times out of 10, most residents have no idea where they're going. When they put in their notice, they just know they need to change the scenery or they're being relocated for work or whatever. So I'm just like, make sure you email it. It says it on all their move out information and reminders if they get to their doors and via their email. So we have those. I will, when summer comes, I'll have those reminders and attachments scheduled. You can schedule that if you don't know. You can schedule that in your Outlook email. I think you can in CRM. If I figure out how to do it, I will show you guys. Y'all know we use Yardi, and CRM is a part of Yardi. If you do not know, that's our system that we use. So I can show you how to use that because that's what I'm currently using. I always find shortcuts and ways to do it. I work smarter, not harder. CYA are my favorite 3 letters. If you're new here, I'm always cover my ass and make sure no resident can say they did not know. Never will. No, not this one. So we're gonna get this stuff done tomorrow. I need to take these. Let me do this before I put these. I hang these keys back up. I need maintenance to cut me another set of vendor keys because my vendor keys keep coming up missing. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start taking, I have to take this whole thing off to take this number out. That is stupid. I'm gonna start taking the vendor's ID like I do residents because I need my keys back. And if they turn in the keys after hours, I'll give them, they can drop them in the drop box in the package room. So finishing off my cold coffee. It's rare that we have residents here, not residents, it's rare that we have vendors here after hours during the fall. Usually during the summer, we can have vendors here at 9, 10 o'clock at night, painting, putting in carpet, resurfacing, doing a lot of different things just because that's how the schedule is. I'd rather you be here and get the job done than have to wait another week or so and push a move-in back when I could just have you here later. One of our maintenance techs lives on property, so that also works, and he knows, they know me. Even as they knew I was like, it ain't happening. Some of our vendors knew, like, I was the AM, but this is wrong. Don't come in with no shit. No bullshit, exactly, because it ain't gonna fly. So I feel like as the AM you get that rap of it just being like the meanie. It's like, bro, my boss is nice. So I feel like as the AM I've softened up and it's scary. It's scary, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna do a year, maybe 2. Part of me wants to try something new and leave property management, but it has this like weird chokehold of like the chaos is so entertaining and you can't get away from it because you're just like, every day I get paid to be entertained. Just, that's the best thing ever. We got the TV on, so if you hear that in the background, my bad. Hopefully no copyrights happen, but I'm gonna edit the vlog. That's what I was doing. I did all my work first, then I bounced back and forth. After too long of figuring shit out, I bounce to my own computer or have something playing on my iPad, but it's 4:30, so I'm probably gonna edit for the next half an hour, and then I get to leave at 5. My assistant's here today, so she'll be here till 6. Tomorrow she'll be here till 6, and then her and the lease manager be here on Thursday together. Friday, what's happening? Oh, she won't. Is it this week? Tomorrow she leaves. Okay, so tomorrow she leaves at 1. So I'll be here till 5. If it was summertime, I'd be here till 6, but because it's slow, I'm here till 5. I get here at 8. Now if I somehow wake up tomorrow morning and I'm like, ooh, I can sleep in, I may be here at 9 to 6 because I missed my 6 o'clock traffic. So we'll see how the night goes. I may come in at 6 and come in at 9, then I just stay till 6. Work 9 to 6 tomorrow since she's leaving. She is leaving at 1, so it'll just be me here by myself for the afternoon, which is It's no biggie. It's not drawn out of any kind, so. Because me leaving at 5, sometimes that ruins residents, but we don't really, I don't have anything. Like, most of the residents have their card, their tag on their window. And there's not really any tours happening after 5. It's starting to get dark, so the upside is when daylight savings comes, we start locking the very front door at 5, but we lock it at dark, which is usually 5 o'clock, because residents can use a keypad entrance, a coded entrance, because those are the only people that need to be in the office. If you're coming and you're wanting to tour, we're not gonna physically tour you on the property. We'll give you all the paperwork, but we're not gonna physically tour you. So a lot of times it detours those tours who wanna be like, I'm gonna tour. For your safety and mine, we're not. Because if you trip over the sidewalk because you ain't got cat eyes and I do, that's why. So to eliminate any issues. We do put it on, I have it in, I'll have it on all of the e-leads. I put it on my waitlist e-leads and everything, because even waitlist e-leads, some people will come in and tour, even though they're not looking to move till next, fall, next school year, they'll still come in now. And I put on there our time schedule. We stop showing it dark, so then we don't have to, we can tell people on the phone, but as they're emailing and setting their appointment, they understand. No, if you come in at 5 and it's already getting dark and it's going to be dark during the process of our tour, we're not going outside. We're not going. So, because what happens is people are always like, well, it's light, yeah, and then you have 45,000 questions, and we're sitting in an apartment, and now it's pitch black outside. Like, we're not doing that. So, oh my lordy, my back. But Denisha's supposed to come over tonight, so we can look up some restaurants and places to go while we are in Rio. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just get high. Morning. Happy Wednesday. I almost said Friday. Y'all, I'm super excited. Next week this time, it's almost 9 o'clock, so the office is about to open. I went through my email this morning. I need to approve 2 POs and then figure out, I don't know what them other people doing. Obviously they don't want to get paid, and that's not my problem. I do my part. I gave you the work and I did all that, so this is not your issue. Let's see. But I went through my email. You guys know I don't go through the queue anymore, unless it's like after a holiday weekend and it's only 2 people working in the office, then of course I will. But for the most part, I give it to my leasing agent and assistant, who will be touring people and doing everything with people. So that's just how we've been doing in this office. Anytime, when Denisha was here, when Niall was here, and I was here as a leasing agent, the leasing agents would do, oh, there it goes. Hold on. My what's name started texting me. It was Thursday until just talked to my mom. She asked to have day of school. Oh, Jesus. Y'all were still recording. Okay, y'all still recording. Good morning, happy Wednesday. We're gonna try this again. I'm here, I've been through my email and everything. My assistant is currently texting me, but I don't have my watch on. So usually, ooh, that tan line. Usually it pops through my watch, or this one must be dead, because I definitely forgot to charge it. Let's see. Or it's not, it's just, the sound's probably down. So, we are gonna get a group shot in our new company logo shirts tomorrow. My assistant ended up wearing hers today, but I'm like, you can wear it tomorrow for like 5 seconds. Take a picture, take it off, we good. So, and the reason I'm doing it tomorrow is because one of my maintenance techs is off today, and my leasing agent, of course, doesn't work till tomorrow, so it makes it better. I can get a full group shot, even though my maintenance supervisor's leaving, so that's that. I have done POs, I have checked my email. She'll come in and do the queue. I need to figure out why these leases are not working, and I need to do it absolutely immediately. So,
Notice to vacate. I just signed this one. I need to edit this one. I need to send out 2 emails, 2 leases. I need to send them out. I need to do deposit county, and then I'll probably spend my day doing the calendar for October and possibly November. I need to take these resumes back to my maintenance supervisor, who's currently looking over those with me and kind of for me. He's walking me through it, things I should look for, things I shouldn't, because it's my first time, of course, hiring for a maintenance supervisor. Hopefully I never have to do this again, but if I'm gonna be in this industry, it's probably gonna be many times. But hey, I feel like companies should only ever be hiring from the entry level, because if you're only ever hiring from entry level, anybody who needs to meet the requirements of longevity at a company. So I think our company, like, you have to be working for the company for, I think, like a year before you're able, it's like 6 months to a year before you're able to be promoted, which I get. That makes sense. But I feel like if you can never hire from within your company for higher ups, like if everybody's not moving up, I know everybody doesn't want to, but if that option isn't for everybody to be moving up, y'all need to look at y'all training situation, because you should always be able to hire within your company from wherever. In a perfect world, I know, again, some people don't care to be promoted. They'd like an increase, but they don't want, they'd love a raise, but they don't want that job title. They like their job, But when companies are always hiring, like, anytime I see like a company that's like hiring a VP, hiring anybody at corporate, and it's like you have nobody on your site level that you feel like is qualified enough to move up. A little strange there. That means, 1, you ain't paying your people enough, and 2, what kind of trust do you have in these people that are running your company? And that goes for anything. I think in this industry, it's like there's people that are going to college, there's people doing all types of stuff. Like, I feel like some companies, they become stepping stone companies. Like, you just the stepping stone for me to pay for college to get to the next better thing, instead of being the company that's the reason I'm going to college is to better myself within this company. Does that make sense? Like, hey, and I'm talking this and knowing that, like, I like the site level. I don't think I ever want to leave site level. Like, it'd be cool to probably be original, but at the same time, some days I'm like, no. Because some days when I feel like I'm getting on my regionals nerves, I'm like, do I really want to me? Now, granted, I've only been in this position less than a year, and there are some things that I just don't feel comfortable with, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. Sometimes my little melanated has to remind me that I can't do what some of my counterparts can, because sometimes when I hear things, I'll be like, I didn't hear it from the horse's mouth, but you hear that, like, they got away with that, and you're just like, how? But then you see other things and you're like, I've never had it happen in my company, let me say that, but it is sometimes where you little side-eye people, like, So we are here. Let me go take these resumes back to my maintenance supervisor. I got my coffee. I think I showed you guys this yesterday. Old logo, new logo. So the old logo was like this, and it was either white or with the green. But this is the new logo. We kind of figured they'd take away the arch because our company is St. Louis based. Literally, my corporate office is stupid close to me. This is why we keep our office in tip-top shape. We ain't got time for no pop-ups. But we know because they're trying to branch out. So, but I feel like they should have kept the arch. Just keep the heart. But it's just like when you go places and like I see a Panera, I'm like, oh, St. Louis Bread Company. People are like, no, it's Panera. No, it's St. Louis Bread Company. That's not what I use. So I am about to go walk the property, because even though I can do my Instagram posts, some of them need actual photos for the specific apartment. I like to post pictures of the specific apartment, so there's no, like, people don't feel like they got switched and baited because the countertops are different, whatever. And then with the ladies here doing the post, I like them to have that to be readily available. Some apartments just need new pictures because now phones offer the wide, well, I didn't upgrade my iPhone at the time to do the wide angle, so now I can do those. with it being a very, very pretty sunny day, some of the pictures just need to, you know, get the natural sunlight coming in. So make sure you keep up with your photos. There's never a problem with retaking photos. You know, you can have them to post, but you always want the bright sunny day pictures. Those are just a little bit better, of course, to always have. It makes the home a little bit more welcoming and things like that. So tomorrow I'll probably, well, we haven't had a unit. I may have the girl set up one of the units as a mini model. And I do need to go through mini model stuff and try to kind of correlate and get some cuter items done. So let's see.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun.
Party peeps, so you guys know I'm recording on my phone, but I also take all of our photos that we use for our things online. So this is in 1 zoomed in, this is 0.5 zoomed in or out, however you want to say it. So I always do it in 0.5 now that I have that ability to do such a wide angle. So when I take a picture of an apartment, I try to get the entire kitchen. Now I am 5'4", so of course adjust based on your height. Some people, if you're a little taller, you can do this and you'll be able to get the whole kitchen, but I try to get the flooring, any cabinet space, any under space, but like if you had cabinets here, for our renovators that have cabinets here, I try to get all of that. So I would take the picture kind of like this, make sure all your lights are on so you can see that, make sure you're getting the best lighting angle. I wish we had a light over there because it looks kind of dark. And then I would take a picture like this of the living room. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna take pictures so that people can see the layout of the home. I leave these doors open, so if in pictures people zoom in and they wanna know what the heck is behind those doors, they can see. I would then take a picture like this. Again, peekabooing that doorway, and so they could see what's in that doorway kind of on the other side as they look at the floor plan and compare it to the pictures. So they get a full shot of the living space. This is a studio. So they get a full shot of the living space, and then they get to see that this is actually a bar, an empty bar area. Again, they get the stove. I'm a landmark. I kind of look at what items were in the last picture to decipher, but I really like it to be easily for me to look at the picture and go, oh, that's what's that was that view, this is this view. So you want to get multiple different angles. Sometimes you can step to the side and do kind of one of these. I kind of lean forward, or I just move my phone forward, because sometimes even though I'm standing here, I still need to move my phone just to have a step back. Sometimes leaning, you know, it's getting that angle. You get the angle for the apartment. Treat it like your best friend. Alrighty. This also gives them the view for the apartments that don't have the 3D, gives them a view of the front door. And a lot of times when you take these wide shot angles, what you also can see is the lighting. So some of our apartments have ceiling fans in them, some of them don't. So for me, when I'm giving people, you know, criteria of the apartment or the amenities, I can say, oh yeah, this apartment doesn't have a ceiling fan. It just has the overhead lighting. Get a shot of the door. It has the lighting here. Not all of them, some of them do and some of them don't. And I don't know why. Have the lighting right at the front door. I think my 2 bedrooms don't have the lighting right at the front door, but all our 1 bedrooms do. You can kind of see the fixtures in the apartment. So some of these are LED, some of these are the old screw-in light bulbs. So that this also, taking pictures also helps your staff. You can also see the different flooring, and you want to keep pictures updated for you as well. So if you get new flooring, new wall paint, new wall color, new counters get resurfaced to a different color, you have those and you know when you go to repost these in the future. Of course, things can still change when people move out, but you have most current and up to date, and it helps when you do it move-in because you have move-in pictures on day of move-in and then move-out pictures to compare to if people tear up. Now my photos here, these are always fun when you want to take shots. So what I do when I want to take these shots, I go here.
You can't see my phone. You can't see me. You see how you see me in the mirror? Can you guys see my little thing waving? So a lot of times you have to do one of these. You gotta lean back. Getting the shot is like this angle. I don't wanna get the wall here, but I wanna get the angle of the bathroom. I did one of these where I had to drop my phone and turn it so that I can get a peekaboo into the closet. And then what I did later is I walked across here and I got the shot here. So you got the closet and the sink, but you didn't get me in it. And then sometimes you gotta step inside the bathroom. See how you can see my head? I had to drop to the floor, scoot back, boom. And I wish I could show you guys kind of like how I'm squatting, and how I'm moving. I wish I had my camera to show, but I think I did this in another vlog. I don't know. If I remember, I'll tag the vlog in the description box. But easiest way to take pictures of a studio so you get all the pictures. Again, I make sure my lights are in there. Some people don't like that, but I like to know my lighting situation. Because like these that don't have a cover over them, and I didn't tell my maintenance, hey, this doesn't particularly need a string because it's controlled with a light. So a lot of times if I see a long string, I'll tell them, hey, take it off because it has a switch. Again, getting pictures of things like that in the apartment. When you're in the room, people will see the switch. They won't see overhead lighting and some people will go, oh, the switch goes to a plug that goes to the light, if that makes sense. So I got pictures of this unit. I'm gonna turn off the lights. I am very mindful of taking pictures of units that are facing outside because my residents are parking outside. The license plates, things like that. I don't think anybody will, but you never know the crazies out here. So I'm very mindful of that and turning the blinds. So off to the next unit. Guys, so we're in the next unit. This unit is also a studio and it is carpeted. Now for this unit, I won't take pictures, but what I will do is put on them on my notes is that it needs to be sparkled. It looks like the cleaner came over here and a vendor probably came over here and jacked it up. Because this needs to be wiped down. So, and then the floor needs to be swept. I probably need to resurface these counters because you can see the marks. I'd rather resurface the counters, but everything got clean, so it just needs to be sparkled. I'll take a picture, and only because for my preference, I don't know if you guys can see. You guys can't probably see what I can see because, I mean, the camera qualities on these phones are amazing, but this needs to be wiped, and it doesn't look pretty. This here, can you guys see the coffee? Yeah, I'd rather resurface it. The drip pans need to be replaced, so I need to put that on for my maintenance tech to do. So as I'm walking these units, I need to making work orders. So, you got a good cleaner if this gets cleaned. I've had cleaners come in and they did not lift the stove top. And I'm like, girl, any new stove, lift the stove top. If you live in a current apartment, almost dropped my phone. Lift your stove top, clean underneath it. You should be doing that. This carpet's clean, so I'm gonna walk on here. I need to bring we have some out of sight in the office. So right here, I can get that when I sparkle or I send one of the girls over to sparkle. It looks like they didn't get a stain out here on the carpet. So I'm gonna call my carpet cleaning company and tell them, hey, can you pop back by and get that fixed? Bathroom, relatively looking good. Everything's kind of white and pretty. Now, I should probably get this resurfaced because this is yellow. But this is the original sink. Yeah, some of our apartment community, it's the original, so yeah. This needs to come down because it's just up here for no reason. So it needs to come down. Oh, it probably had a shelf sitting here all the way across, but as you can see, it got patched. So I wonder why this is only hanging space. Maybe I'll tell them to put a rack in. Yeah, they need another rack. So a long rack, take out the old piece and put in a new rack. So, and I'll probably have them take this out, I will have to take this out and put in the new racks. So because them being mismatched would drive me crazy. A little of my OCD, my maintenance team, they will sometimes bitch about it because they're just like, Drea, leave it. And I'm just like, it's mad. Like, you can't have the new wire hanging here and then the old there. Now, some people do prefer these and the poles versus the new white racks. I have to go and renovate it, so I'll show you guys. They don't like the new white racks. People hate those because sometimes if you hang too much stuff and they're not properly installed, they immediately fall. So they've had bad experience with them. Whereas my team, we looking for the stud. You're going to be able to hang. You're going to be able to sit on it. I prefer you not to, but you can, you know? So, because they always, like, do their body weight. Because most time, once you hang a bunch of jeans or something. So, I'm going to add to this list of the things that need to be done in this apartment. And then once that is completed, then I'll be able to come back over and take pictures and post this apartment. Because it is technically ready. And if somebody was scheduled to move into this, I would schedule this all to be done, of course, ahead of time. But since it's not leased yet, we can go ahead and play with the date. So if this has to be pushed out to get the counters redone, we can push the move-in date if somebody applies for it over the weekend or things like that. So let me do that and then off to the next apartment. Guys, I am in the next apartment and it's missing some things that my maintenance team needs to come in. Again, this unit is marked as ready online because our property has a 5-day turn. But this is why you walk units because, excuse me, this unit has been sitting for a while and we had other units that were leased at the same time that this apartment came available. So sometimes, human error, they start working on a unit and then they walk out. I just came out of an apartment where my guy's stuff is in there and you could tell they're working in there, but I'm like, don't forget to come back. So I make work orders for them. Of course, I'm in my 0.5 zoomed out and I would take the picture like this, closet here. And a lot of times what I do is I try to angle it so that I get a nice living room peekaboo shot and they can see that there's shelving in there and that's the pantry. Again, you can do the same thing if you take the picture from this side. Now those shelves are pushed a little further back, but people know they're like, hey, oh, there's some space back there. But you get a shot of the kitchen and that little spot there. And because it's so zoomed out, you also get the front door. I do take my shoes off at the door. But you get a shot at the front door. So they kind of have that, oh, this is the space, turn it into the living room. Again, peekabooing the furnace closet for some people. You get that shot of the ceiling fan, and then I will come over here. I will peekaboo that is a closet. So boom, from here, and then you can see the Nest system there, and you can also see the very first bathroom. So, and then from this angle, you can also get a better look at the furnace closet. That's kind of, again, when you peekaboo it, I just do it just enough so they can see this. So, that's it. It doesn't need to be opened all the way. You can if you want to, if you think your furnace is really cool. And then I get this nice, like, shot here. And I take it here. Again, you get the closet here in the hallway. You get the bedroom peekaboo, a bedroom peekaboo, and a bathroom peekaboo. Done. Then as you turn and you take pictures here, you get that. This is my water heater. Again, peekaboo, just peeking through. And then I'll get the shower, the full shower. This needs to be done horribly bad. You get the shower, all that. Then when you come out, I always leave this light on and you can get a shot here at the bedroom. One, they get a shot of the window. I do open my closet and I take, depending on how the bathroom is angled, whoa, because some of the bathrooms, they moved over this much or they moved over that much. I always try to get this shot so that they know, hey, this is the bedroom across from the bathroom when they're looking at the floor plan. Again, they get another shot, they get a full shot of the closet. Some of our closets have this rack, some have like a full built-in. I think like 4 or 5 of them have a full built-in inside of them. So I like, again, to know which ones have what for my personal, but also the resident can see the space they're working with. Then here in the master, you got this shot already. So then you get this nice, beautiful master shot. And then here, I would stand here, of course, ducking. So sometimes you gotta come over here. This is always the fun part. It's like getting the picture and making sure you're not in it, making sure you don't have glare. So sometimes you gotta turn the blinds. Those blinds are open all the way, so I do apologize for the glare. But I would get this shot here so you guys can see. Boom, you get a shot into the bathroom, you get this shot. Then I get a overhaul shot because sometimes the laundry's in here. I get an overhaul shot of it, of the closet. And then sometimes you gotta get inside the closet, close it, and get your bathroom shot and the whistling shot. Depending on your apartment layout, sometimes it is easy to just be like click, 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 boom. But for me, to not get me in and get this mirror, because to some people, again, you have to think of everyone in all different scenarios. Some people, knowing that this is full and not just a medicine cabinet on the wall, they like that. I want to show my full apartment, every angle that you can get. And then they have a complete walkthrough based on pictures and the floor plan. They have a floor plan and pictures to follow along with and see exactly what is on there. Because a lot of things just say WH, utility. It just shows a closet, but it's, you know, is this a closet where I can hang stuff, or does it have shelving, you know? So I try to show everything. And sometimes it requires peekaboo, but with my closets, oh, did they paint this closed? Aw, or I'm just not strong enough. I don't know why this isn't opening. Hopefully nobody's in there. That's creepy. But I can't open that for some reason. So I will put that on my list of make ready's. Closet, small closet won't open. And walking through the unit, taking pictures, opening and closing things, you'll see. Flushing the toilet. Every time you go into an apartment, you want to do everything as if you live there. Turn the burners on, turn the oven on, run the dishwasher. Because sometimes the dishwasher, you want to check that because there could be water sitting at the bottom and you don't know. So make sure you open it, check it, run it, look underneath all the cabinets when you're taking pictures and walking your units. You should be making sure it is in tip-top shape. If it's gonna bug you, get it fixed by your maintenance team. They get paid to do it, just like you're getting paid to walk the unit, to make sure it's ready, to answer the emails from residents. They get paid to maintenance the apartment. Now, some things, of course, some people go a little extra on, but I just try to make sure everything is just nice. And then, of course, the pictures, I want the pictures to reflect what they'll be moving into. So that is why I won't be taking pictures now. So let's head on to the next apartment. That's the entire part of this apartment, just because it's just another studio. But this has a black stove, black dishwasher, and if the refrigerator goes out, it'll be black. But this has one of my favorite things that I know to some people it's dated, but if I ever buy a house, I will have this. This will be built. I don't care if somebody thinks it's tacky. It's, oh my God, yes. I think these should all be built into apartments. I think they should just change them based on, like, there should be one side for like meat, one side for veggies, but I think every apartment should have a built-in cutting board. This is one thing I will stand by, because so many people cut up their counters because they won't buy cutting boards. But if they're built in, you don't even think twice about it. Boom. This is one of my absolute loves. I wish this would not be considered dated, but if I ever buy a house, it's going in. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because anytime any of the, I think 10 apartments that do have it, it's all one bedrooms that have the built-in, none of my counters are cut up. None of them. Because let me tell you something, 20-something-year-olds do not, myself included, I'm only 29, y'all. 20-something-year-olds fresh out of college do not think to buy cutting boards. That is some, I am in, after you hit 25, something goes off, you become an adult and buy shit like that. Like, that is part of like a grocery list or a new apartment move-in. It's cutting boards. I know it seems silly, but I've been doing this for 20. I've been doing this for 8 years. And in my early 20s, I cut up my counters. Thank God I have a vendor that can resurface my counters at any time I would like. But yeah, that, I don't know why I stated, but another studio, different flooring, so I had to take pictures. Hey peeps, happy Friday, we made it. I don't think I vlogged it all yesterday because I really wasn't doing anything yesterday other than just like busy work, so you can just sort of watch me do work on the computer. So, I'm in here today. My face looks like one color.
And I've been pretty good about adding dimensions and color to my face, but hey, it is what it is. I am in an apartment. It is like freezing in here because we have the eco set. So of course it's gonna be chilly in here. It's cold today, but I need to turn on the light because once again, I'm gonna take pictures of this unit. It was cleaned. It does need a little bit of a sparkle because we've had some vendors in after the fact. Just things have happened, so nothing major. We had the carpet replaced in here, so brand new carpet. I love that new carpet smell. Most people prefer new carpet smell over cleaning products or anything else. So that's bad, I should say. They love a nice air freshener, but taking pictures just needs a little sparkle after our cleaner came in here. Just for that, I don't call out another cleaner to come and sparkle the apartment. We have a sparkle bucket, which we bring into units to take care of. And a lot of times, like now when it's slow, I'll have usually the leasing agent or the assistant will come in and take care of that. So it's getting easier and easier for me to delegate work. A little bit. I was a leasing agent for 4 years. I was the AM for 4 years. So I became, and coming over here, I was practically a glorified leasing agent 2 days out of the week. Depending on the week, if I work that weekend. So yeah. So it's been hard to not like just go in and tackle it and having somebody else tackle it while I tackle my work. But like now when it's just like, I try to stay ahead of all my work. It's like, oh, I can come do this, but my assistant and my leasing agent need to know how to do it for this property. I think that's one of the biggest things, just training somebody how your property works. Every property runs pretty much the same, but there's small changes and small differences. So that's always something you're learning to do when you get into this business. And this industry is learning a new property and their new rules. And while a company may have rules and regulations, those are slightly changed at the property level because what works at one ain't gonna always work at the other one. So I'm also walking through and doing maintenance tickets. There's a couple small things and I'll show you guys because y'all know I'm very transparent with what needs to be done and what I expect from my team. And again, everybody has tunnel vision. I never make my tickets and be like, you should have been absolutely perfect. Yeah, in a perfect world, it would be great if my maintenance team could be robots and do great across the board every time. They do wonderful 99% of the time, but that 1%, we miss a few things. It becomes tunnel vision. It's about getting the job done. And for us, we only have a 5-day turn schedule. Now, I do modify that for move-ins. So sometimes my guys get a 7 or 2 week window because I'll move the move-in date to modify it. But my company would like for a property this size. They think ideally, there we go, that 5 days is enough time to turn a unit. And for my unit, for my property, during busy season, that's just not it. Because we have a lot of people moving out on Sundays, and then we're set to turn, 5, 6, 7 units within the same week with multiple different vendors that don't have the schedule. So they forget that little detail. But yeah, while my guys can turn the unit, vendors turning the unit, that don't work. Okay. Now what I will do is to kind of get the job done is pre-schedule everything out. So residents here are required to put in a 60-day notice. So at that 60-day mark, I put them on the make ready board. My maintenance supervisor goes in and schedules everything ahead of time. It is easier to come off somebody's schedule than to go on it. Now, the only downer with doing that, and what I see from like a vendor standpoint, is that spot is selected and then I'll cancel it. Now, 9 times out of 10, what happens is the 30 days, at the first of every month, we go ahead and pre-walk all our move-outs so that we can tell what kind of needs to be done. So based on an apartment, if I walk an apartment 30 days prior, ideally, again, you walk and the unit is in pretty good condition. The walls just need to be touched up, painted, or because some people leave their apartment immaculate. And I just be like, yes, you are my saving grace here in this chaos. But some people, you don't need to paint at all. So then I can call and cancel the painter 30 days out versus waiting the week before they move in or the week of move in. So you do have that. So I do have a system to not waste anybody's time. And sometimes if it falls through the cracks, we just have to pay for it because we'll have a painter on site ready to paint, but the apartment really didn't need to be painted. So, hey, recently that's not been the case.
getting paint to match right now, shoot me in the face. I have literally, because I was annoyed with my maintenance supervisor thinking he's just having everything fully painted. I'm just like, why? But before I yell out loud and just be like, really? I go and see for myself. So he had an apartment painted. It was literally was this beautiful blue gray color. This color's gray, but it has a blue hue to it. A lot of people tend to like this color. Our office is just like a shade, I think 2 shades lighter than this. But he had me come into the apartment. They painted the wall and literally, y'all, it did not match. It looked like 2 different paint colors. I was like, are you shitting me? So we had to have quite a few units that just would have been great with a touch-up paint, but you could visibly see, like if you looked at it from any angle, because my thing is like, if they stand a certain way and the blinds are open, are they really gonna pay attention? But if I can stand somewhere and I can see the paint difference at any point, I'm like, just fully paint it. And that was the case, is that some touch-up paint, it looks bad and then it dries all the way down and then it's like, it goes away. But these were like, you could see exactly the square that got painted or the brush mark that got painted. And I was just like, can we do it with a roller and it makes it better? It wasn't. I was so sad, y'all. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to spend so much money in full paints. And I didn't have to. Really, my guys did really, really good. They did some tricks with the paint to get the color to match. So I was like, nah. Love you guys. You're here for me. You understand that I don't want to spend, you know, thousands of dollars in full paints. So you have a great team in place is the whole point of this. But in this apartment, things that I will have done. This burner is broke. It is in 2 pieces. But for the sake of my photos, it fits. This needs to be filled in. It's still unlocked. I said it's still unlocked. Oh, the key don't work. I don't know what key. I don't know. I don't know, because I didn't change this over, because the day I came over to walk it, the painters were in here. Oh. Look, I've tried the key.
You don't have to change it out.
Change it out. That's fine. That's fine. I think we have.
If he changes it out, he might have to use his whatever personal key he has. Before he do that, he got to do his.
Okay.
Basically.
That's fine. He'll come look at it. So there is a spot here where the baseboard's coming to get away from the wall. We'll get that reattached, painted, nice, sanded and pretty. The paint, this needs to be painted. There was unfortunately a leak after we ripped up, as we were ripping up the old carpet, there was a leak. The new carpet did not get damaged, but of course, unfortunately, the baseboard did. So my guys need to sand that, paint that, bleach it, do whatever they do to make sure nothing is wrong with that baseboard. Most of the time, they'll just cut it out and replace it with a new. The bathroom, small things. My painters, which we sent this to our painter company because this apartment was contracted out. I do pre-walk. I walk units after it's painted so they know that this is done and it's still didn't get done. So we sent a picture and yeah, we get credits over here. Don't play with me. If I'm paying you, I expect beautiful work. Your only job was to paint this month. That's it. So my guys just need to touch that up. But we got a credit from the painting company. They just don't have time to come back out and take care of it. This room is really pretty. No issues. No issues. Again, brand new carpet. Oh, I wish all the apartments had baseboards. I think I'm gonna ask my regional, because a lot of times if you notice the bottom, the very bottom of the floor gets messed up when they're like, if you've ever seen people install carpet, if y'all on TikTok, you little dirty minds, you've seen them install carpet. So that's how the bottom of the door is. But everywhere else in the apartment, like in here in the hallway and the living room, has baseboards. But the bedrooms don't. And unfortunately, it would be great for my maintenance to do it as they go. But that is a lot to do. I mean, granted, there are some apartments that's like, we do it. Kudos to you. That's all I'm going to say. Kudos to you. But if you are at a student property, you know, we are not a student housing, but we run like one. And it's, I hate it some days. Other days I'm thinking like, oh, the bulk of the move-ins are done by the beginning of August and we get to just relax the rest of the year. So with moving here and there. The bathroom is fine. We need to get these. Oh, that's the water. Bathroom is fine. Although I would love that to be a little bit smoother. Can y'all see this? My guys, when I tell y'all I go through and I nitpick, oh my guys. Well, I don't nitpick, but I want to make sure the residents, and I will do all this, and residents will move in and won't pay 2 fucks a mind for it. They don't even give 2 shits. And I'm just like, I did all this work and you didn't even tell me how wonderful it is. There's also a spot down here, again, where the carpet was inputted that needs to just be filled in by my guys. Again, I wish I could just put baseboards in and be done, but because it seems like when there's baseboards, my carpet people are gentle. When there's not, they fuck up the wall. So that's something I had to talk to our rep about. Also, I had my maintenance supervisor who I was just talking to, contact the painter because we have paint in the hallway. And I'm just like, bro, they dropped paint on the floor and didn't think to clean it up. No. You can do that at another property, but here, that's a no-go. What did you, no. It's not to my guys to clean up after your guys. Ain't happening. I talked to my carpet vendor, my rep, and which you want to have that great rapport with them. Whether you're the AM or the PM, you want to have that rapport with them. If you're a leasing agent, get your Rolodex together. When you see them reps come in, be like, hey, can I get your business card? Because baby girl, when you move up, baby boy, baby whatever, honey, child, boo, you want to have your Rolodex, okay? You want to be able to take companies. When you take companies from property to property, as you move, you get brownie points, baby. Plus, they come in handy for your personal life. So if you plan on buying a house, boom, you have a rep and a contact information for somebody. So I'm always great and easy to, contact my reps and be like, hey, this needs to be done. Our carpet rep, the guys didn't vacuum the carpet when they got done. And this one they did, and another one they didn't. So I was like, I know y'all can do it. So some of them are just cleaner with their installs. Others of them are newer or whatever the case may be. But it is what it is. So I'm going to take pictures of this unit, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I'm looking at when I'm making my list, because I'm also going to probably put a screenshot in Wednesday's clips of me walking the units. I know I did videos, but so you guys get the gist of what I put in there, and I make it pretty easy for my guys. And then I just go back to the office, make a make-ready ticket, and they take care of it. So I put in maintenance tickets. I was nice enough to start. I would send the guys a text message, but then they would forget. So then we go back to tickets. So, and then that way, when the ticket was put in. If you're a leasing agent, your PM knows that you put in this maintenance ticket. So if it ever comes back that the work didn't get done, you did your part. CYA, baby. CYA. So I've gotten real good talent at taking care of this unit. So I have my work order stuff, and I'm gonna go back to the office. I turn off all the lights. Make sure you turn on every light in the apartment, all lights. Open up all the blinds, get the best angle for the sunlight. Sometimes you have to, depending on what time of day, you gotta move the blinds one way or another. You want the best lighting possible, okay? Let's see. We're going in here. I forgot to turn these lights off, it's back here. But we're gonna go. And this will be, I'm actually gonna post this unit, which is why I need a picture so bad, I'm gonna post this unit for my October 10th post. So if you guys don't know, while I'm in here, I'm gonna go back to the office. But I post, what was I about to say? My brain hurts, y'all. My brain hurts. I post via using Canva. Our company pays for Canva. Love it. Would definitely highly recommend it. Our company pays for the premium version because I need all the bougies. If they didn't, I actually pay for it myself. So anything I want to post, like my Instagram photos or things like that, I can put in there. You can make cute little videos and things like that on Canva. And I schedule out my posts for the entire month. And I just go to the national holiday website, which has all these like silly little holidays, like National Cheese or Jason Day or Cat Obesity, or it just has a bunch of weird things. National Pet Day, National Brother, Sister, Daughter, Mama, whatever day. They have all these little silly holidays, which is great. So I just take one from that day and I tie it back into my community.
So I think on the 11th, it's like National Cheese Day. Not the 11th. I think the 9th is National Moldy Cheese Day. So what I did was I put, hey, we have 3 grocery stores close. So you got an endless supply of cheese. Boom. One thing, there's a fact about my community, where we're located, how convenient we are. And then I put the name of the grocery stores and the address. So that helps people that are, one, looking at your community, seeing the distance they are from these areas and from these places, and being like, oh, well, that's convenient. I'm walking distance, which is one thing about our communities. We're very walkable here. Was it National Spread Joy Day? I just did a nice little cute little joke. We are close to our chess club here. So I did that for National Chess Day. Like, you want to tie everything back into the community. And if not, you have those days where, you know, it's just like spread joy. Here's a little cute little corny joke. It'll get a nice little chuckle, because I feel like the worse the joke is, the funnier they tend to be, because they're so bad. So you get a nice little chuckle. You spread a little joy. And then on days where I just don't see anything that I can tie in or just make fun, just a fun post, I'll do an apartment. One of our apartments, I'll post specific pictures of that unit or similar and just put down, hey, availability, here you go. And then that way it balances itself out, if that makes sense. But using Canva, using the content planner is so helpful, because those posts can be scheduled well in advance. I can schedule on the 25th and the 31st for our Halloween door contest, you know, on the 25th. Hey, don't forget, final day for submission. And then the 31st, I can post our winner is. I can pre-schedule that. The only thing I would have to do is go back in and put in the winner. Or, no, what I'll most likely do is be like, and our winner is check Instagram story for winner. So then I don't have to edit the post. I can just post the winner to our story and email the resident, of course. Boom, done. Just like that. And you can do that at the top of the month. You can do that on a boring Saturday, whenever. And it makes your day easier, or those days, you know, you just have downtime. And then that gives you a little joy throughout the day. It does give me a little joy that I do something other than looking at numbers, or sending lease violations, or emailing somebody about a bid, or it just gives me something else to do besides like real hardcore work.
Love for you, win for me. Love for you, win for me. Yeah, love for you.